Okay, there's been a lot of talk over the years of why girls go for bad boys. Most theories out there about why women pick bad boys is about protector, provider, he's the strongest, he's the leader, blah, 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 blah. I have a different theory. Everyone likes to reference nature, loves to draw analogies from the animal world, the lions that lead all the other men and all the other women want the king. But I think drawing from nature like this, while it may be illustrative and while there may be really rational parallels, I don't actually think that it's very useful for us as civilized human beings in our day-to-days, going to work, paying taxes, trying to have relationships, things like that. Constantly referring to how the male and female in the animal world act, and that's the solution to our problems that we're having here with women. I think if we just look at how human beings are responsibly or irresponsibly choosing to live is closer to the mark of understanding, not just other people, but what choices we say yes to and what we just reject. I think we should stop looking at so much of the biology of why men and women act the way they do, because when we feel the best about our lives is when we're in conscious control. When we've got values, we're living by. All the animal biology stuff is when we're sleepwalking and when we're puppeteered by our male nature and women are puppeteered by their female nature. For me, the key is to philosophically insist that we live better lives and we act accordingly. You know why I think girls like bad boys? An emphasis on boys. And I think a lot of people assume that women are putting down guys because they're so irresponsible. And that might be true. I think women like bad boys because bad boys allow them to stay in the world of fantasy, drama, and irresponsibility. The nice guy insists that she sobers up, that she live in a drama-less world of pedestrian coming home to dinner, sitting on the couch, doing the mundane things of day-to-day life like you would as an adult if you're on your own, being responsible. The bad boy allows her to lead an irresponsible life full of drama and also fulfills her shopping change of new guys, new parties, new possibilities. The nice guy asks her to settle down. It's that the nice guy is the less childish guy. That's where I think the key is. Now we can talk about the parallels of like kings and leaders and all these fantastic analogies, but let's look at the pedestrian every day. Another thing to consider as well is, what does she see in the bad boy? I think she sees the bad girl. She sees in him the bitchy attitude, the rebellious attitude she was used to with the girls in the schoolyard. She sees some self-referential part of herself in this guy. She can relate to the asshole. I think the instinct is she likes bad boys because the bad boys don't ask her to grow up, because they're irresponsible children themselves. And I think in some way it gives women an air of superiority, like they're more in charge because he's just a big dumb brute. So this is one thing where I think guys, especially when they're trying to explain girls going for bad boys or girls going for alphas and not betas and things like that, men are trying to work out where women are logically playing a chess game towards. So I think the proximal reason, the here and now of why they feel, not how they think into the future, but why they feel now that they would rather be with the bad boy, is that yes, he's not afraid, but more importantly, he's childish, and it allows her to stay young, to be a child, to be irresponsible, to have fun, to never choose, to never be responsible for a choice, because deep down she knows a choice with the bad boy is never going to be a permanent one. A bad boy is freeing to her because there's no responsibility with him. The nice guy insists some form of maturity, some form of let's sober up and realize that dating, being in love is about the mundane stuff that may not be exciting, but it's about going to the supermarket, going to work, respecting each other, blah, 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 blah. It's not the unpredictable fireworks of romantic movies that don't make sense, but somehow they work out magically. So again, the bad boy isn't necessarily what she wants in a guy. A bad boy is about what it allows her to stay as, and how a bad boy doesn't require any responsibility from her because he's just a big child. The bad boy allows her to stay young, immature, whereas the nice guy insists on sobering up, and the nice guy is less fun. Because I think the focus is far too much from a guy's point of view, logically speaking, why a woman would rationally choose a bad boy. There must be a sensible reason. There's not. She likes the rebellious boy because it allows her to be a rebellious girl. Free and young, that's it. It's not about a man's frame of reference. So looking at why a woman would pick what she picks now and how that now makes her feel, I think is the answer, more than the male approach of imbuing a lot of rational chess moves to the future, even if it's her biology. She picks a bad boy because of this, this, and this, and it leads to this. It's not that. That's not the impulse. I think it's because the bad boy allows her to be a bad girl. The bad boy allows her to be drunk. The sensible guy that often she wants later is where she's tired of being a girl and she realizes she'd better grow up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. As always, guys, help support the channel. Links below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.